Okay, what's that?
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Oh, 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 yeah.
Issa Rae's in Barbie?
Issa Rae is in Barbie. Issa Rae is actually President Barbie.
Holler!
Hey.
I love that.
Yes. Greta Garbo said that she specifically, when she thought about the movie and she thought about President Barbie, the person she thought of was Issa Rae.
That's beautiful.
She said, I saw, I don't want to misquote, but it's my understanding that she saw a black president and she thought of Issa Rae for the role. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, Issa doesn't have like a huge part in the movie. I saw the movie yesterday. She doesn't have the biggest part, but she also doesn't have the smallest role. Because I heard somebody describe it as, oh, she has 2 lines. That's not true either. Her role is important in moving the story along once it gets to a certain point. So she may not have like a significant amount of lines. She doesn't have the amount of lines Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling have, but
she's not the main character.
Right, but it's still important. So yeah, I wanted to give my little review.
Yeah, let's hear it. What you thought about Barbie? What you thought about Barbie?
Okay, so I thought it was a cool.
Wait. Did you wear pink like everyone else?
No.
Okay, good.
I
Because
didn't.
this marketing is fucking phenomenal.
I was watching
Holy crap.
Progressive auto insurance commercial, and there was a Barbie collab.
Yo, listen. The marketing dollars put into this Barbie movie have not been wasted.
No.
Everyone and anyone is interested in this movie.
Yeah.
That's number one. And number two, everyone and anyone feels obligated to wear pink. It is
Right.
crazy. I was speaking to someone earlier. I ain't gonna put no names out there, but I was hanging out with one of my peoples, and I was like, "Oh yeah, what time you and your wife going to see Barbie? You said you're going today." He said, "Actually, we might have to go next week. Well, we're gonna go next week, but I don't know what time or what day. It really depends, cause yeah, I don't know." And I'm like, "What's up, man? You need to borrow $5 or something? Like,
Now you need to borrow.
you need popcorn money? What's up, my guy?" He said, "Nah, she ain't got nothing to wear." I said, "Are you talking about pink? Do you mean she doesn't have anything pink?" He said, "Yeah, everybody wants to wear pink." And he shrugged. I said, "Wow, look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
Who thought it would come so close to home that one of my closest of friends, his wife felt obligated to wear Barbie." Yo, the way this shit is going, and I know this is your movie review, and then I'm gonna shut up. But the way this is happening, it's like you would think it's an all-white party, but Secret Service is at the door. But Secret Service is at the door, not regular bouncers. Secret Service, and they're like, "Yo, hold on, what you got? Where your pink at, player? Hey, player, where your pink at?"
And let me tell you why you're a hater, because you are into Marvel. Okay,
But you don't have to wear a Marvel shirt to see Marvel.
You don't have to wear a Marvel.
When you go to Marvel, you can wear whatever you want.
No. Let's not act like people who go to Marvel don't go in full costume and all kinds of things like that.
Yes.
That is a real thing.
Yeah, but nobody feels obligated to do that.
I don't think that it's that.
People get excited, like if Spider-Man comes out, you like, "Oh shit!" Like my Spider-Man shirt. Is it under here? Is it under the plant?
But that's the thing.
Is it back there? Where's
I
my
don't think
Spider-Man
that people
shirt?
feel obligated. I think that it's the same.
Oh, I disagree.
I think it's the same excitement. I think that
She said she couldn't go because she don't have pink.
but I think it's the same excitement. I think,
and I heard mad people like in passing, like, "Girl, you better wear pink."
I think
you got to wear pink.
I think people are making an experience out of it. It's kind of like when people were excited about Black Panther, and yes, that is Marvel. But the reason I bring that specifically up
it's a good analogy.
Because there were people who don't care anything about Marvel who went to see Black Panther, and yes, got dressed to the nines to go and see.
I had a blazer on the second time I saw it.
See,
I had a blazer. Back then I had a fro. I made sure I picked my shit out real good.
Right.
Yeah, I even called an assistant. Assistants, can you help me here? Sometimes I don't get the back real good.
Right.
You know, it gets curly back here. They was like, we got you,
The
player.
kitchen?
We got you. The kitchen, you
Yeah.
know, the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? They made sure my kitchen was straight. You know what I'm saying? They hooked me up.
But
Anyway.
this is what I'm saying. I think that it's just excitement over the movie. I think it's something for people to look forward to. I think it's something for people to do together.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's out of obligation. I don't think it's that. I just think it's Barbie. It's a fun thing to wear pink. And yes, have they completely gone into our brains to make sure we think about our outfits and we do this?
That's
and we
all
do
I'm
that?
saying.
What I did not wear pink. I wore a workout set.
Okay.
Because I figured I would be athleisure Barbie.
Okay.
And Barbie, a lot of the Barbies from way back when, especially when she would go to the beach or whatever, she would wear like white or pink cat eye sunglasses. So I had some white cat eye sunglasses and I wore those, even though it ended up raining for part of the day. But yeah, I did that, and you know, and then I went with, it was my niece's birthday, so we went.
Shout out your niece, even though she shouldn't be watching this.
Shouldn't be watching this, but you know, happy birthday to Gabby. And Gabby,
if you see this on TikTok, just swipe left. Get it off your screen, girl.
I know. They'd be jumping in their feet all the time. Anyway, so they see me.
You know, they gotta block you like my daughter does to me.
Right, exactly, and I told them that.
And my daughter got me blocked.
Right.
That's not for this pod, but anyway.
They
It's fine. Go ahead.
Oh, they see me and they're like, "Where's your pink? Where's your Barbie stuff?" Because everybody else either had on pink or they had on a Barbie shirt or whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I pled my case. And I was like, hey, look at me. I'm workout Barbie. I've got on my workout clothes. And I got on my cat eye sunglasses. And it was fine. It was fine. My review, though. I thought it was a good film. I fell asleep, I'll be honest, for a little bit. Maybe about 10 minutes in the middle of it.
What?
I just had a really bad headache. But all in all, I think it was a good film. I think that I agree with what everybody's saying. It's not what you think it is. I think that it's very witty and very smart. I think that the actors played their roles very well. I don't have any qualms about any of the acting in the film. I think they did what they came to do. I think the set design was incredible. The way they recreated Barbie's dream house, the way they recreated Barbie's camper, her car, everything looked like you went and bought it from Toys R Us and made it life size. So I thought that was really cool. They're truly, in the movie, they are truly dolls. And that's what makes it really interesting because...
Oh, so it's Toy Story.
No. Well, conceptually, yeah, I guess it's similar in that way. But yeah, they're dolls, and they realize that there's the realization in the movie. I don't want to give away too much, but there's the realization in the movie that there is Barbie Land, and then there is the real world. And that's kind of where the story takes its turn. It's not for kids. Like it's
not for kids.
Older kids, but it's not for, like, I wouldn't take a small child to this because I don't think they would understand what's going on. Okay. Like I said, I think it's really witty and it's really smart, and it does put on the table feminism. It puts on the table the idea of the patriarchy, and the fact that men run the real world, and also it kind of has a message in terms of, like, consideration for other people. I don't know. I just thought, first of all, I think it's bizarre that it's Barbie that we're talking about. And that's why I think it's really cool the way it was done and the way it was written. Because the fact that you could get so much out of a film about Barbie just kind of seems bizarre to me. I thought I was going to go in there and it was going to be fun and funny or whatever. And it was. There's a lot of laughs. Because again, we're acknowledging in the film that they're toys. It's not one of those movies where it's like all of a sudden they're live and they're, they are existing in their world as toys. So even the water, I mean, maybe this is a spoiler and I'm skip ahead if you don't want to hear it, but even when they're on the beach and they're in the water, there's a scene where Ken goes to surf in the water and the water is plastic. Nice. So that's what I mean when I say they're truly existing in their toy world. So I think it's really cool that they did that way and created a real difference between Barbie Land and the real world. And also, somebody made a good point, and I didn't think about this until I heard someone else say it, but someone made a good point. I was listening to The Read, and I think it was Crystal who said it, or maybe Kid Fury, that you appreciate the set design even more because in your mind, a lot of the movies that we see where there's like different worlds, you tend to see the real world far more than you see the other world.
This is the reverse.
They exist in that world, in their world, for a large part of the movie, which is good. So we kind of stay in that, element. Yeah. So I didn't even realize that. Why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Ryan Gosling?
No. Oh my gosh, we were just Blades of Glory, old school. Like what were we just
Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell. I don't know why I was drawing a blank on his name, but I didn't even realize Will Ferrell was in the movie.
Oh yeah? That's interesting.
Yeah. He plays the president of Mattel.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And
does he have like production credit or something? Writer's credit or something?
I don't know, because I know he be getting his production.
That's why I asked, yeah.
Yeah, but
more and more he's been doing behind the scenes stuff.
No, but he actually had a pretty significant role in the movie. I was like,
that's interesting.
What is he doing here? But it worked. It was
okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, going back to something you said, because I didn't want to cut you off. Mm-hmm. As far as you said, you wouldn't take a small child to see it, right?
Yeah, like I wouldn't take a toddler to see it, and I think it's PG-13 anyway.
Cool, but like, is it like Shrek in the sense that if you're little, you can enjoy it, even though there's a lot of shit that will go over your head? Because kids love Shrek. Like, I used to work with kids when Shrek came out, and kids loved Shrek until their parents were in the room, or an adult was in the room and was like, oh my God, did you hear that? Oh my God, did you catch that? What? No. But these kids were oblivious until years later they go back and watch it, and they're like, yo, Shrek was saying some wild shit.
I think for younger kids, I would say like 5, 6 or whatever. I don't think they would
enjoy it.
I don't think they would enjoy it. Okay. I don't. My nieces are 10 and 12, and like they got it. They understood, and actually, the 12-year-old, it was her birthday. She said she loved it. I just don't think it's that kind of movie. I don't really think. I think maybe visually it would be appealing to a smaller child, but I think in terms of like the storyline,
that's what I'm asking, the content.
And no, I don't think so. I don't think it would make sense to them. Okay,
that's why I was asking, because there's movies. I mean, to me, Shrek like
is the double entendre of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of underlying things that you don't catch, like in one of the Shrek movies. Anyway, never mind. No need for inappropriate jokes. But
this is overt. And there is a lot of innuendo. I don't think it's too much that...
Well, I'm not asking is it too raunchy.
No, I know.
I'm just trying to figure out
is
it something, because I think Shrek is the best example. There's others, but I think Shrek is the best example.
Yeah.
Because there's mad shit that's not for kids in
Right.
Shrek. But if you're a kid, you don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Right.
Even the jokes that are inappropriate, you're like, oh, that's funny.
But you
don't
really
know
know
the other meaning.
And it's animated, and it's so.
That's why.
So to me, it's not. No, I think this is. I think other than like visually, okay, this is everything's pink, and they're like, I don't know that they would totally understand what's. I don't know that there's a division. I know what you're talking about, and there are a lot of movies. Disney actually does a really good job at that. Even in things like, I would say Frozen is one of those movies where a kid can, it's childish. I don't mean that in a shady way, but I mean it's childish enough for a child for it to resonate with a child, but also there's things that there are adult themes that make sense. I think this is all geared towards adults.
Okay.
I think throughout the theme is things that's why I say it's smart, it's witty, it's something that you have to, I think, intellectually be prepared for. Otherwise, I don't know how enjoyable it would be. And maybe I'm wrong. I haven't taken small children to see it. I wouldn't. But I don't know. I haven't heard anybody say they took a kid that was younger than 10.
Well, I asked because I've seen that.
Yeah.
So I've been like at 34th Street, and you can see the whole families in their pink, and some of the kids are really small. Also, I tried to see Oppenheimer, and there was a problem at the theater I was at. They couldn't show Oppenheimer, but around the same time, Barbie was showing, and it was the same thing. It was families coming with small kids. And so that's why I'm asking. No, maybe they hated it. I don't know. I haven't spoke to anyone with children who has seen it. None of the parents I know have gone to seen it with their kids or seen it at all. But that's why I asked. Because I do know there are some movies where it's like, I'm just enjoying the film. This is great. There's some stuff I don't really know, and the kids still enjoy it. But that's why I ask, because I can understand what you're saying, but I don't think people know that going in.
I don't think they do.
And that's what I'm saying.
And
the trailer doesn't look like...
Republican pundits are
stressed. People are upset. Yes.
Stressed because they're
but it's doing so well. That's the interesting part.
But I think it's an incredible way to tell the story. Like, cause of course they live in the dream house and they do this and they do that, and so if a child, I guess if a child knows Barbie and plays with Barbies and has the dream house and all of that, then maybe it would be a great experience. But there's so much there. It's the movie is almost 2 hours. There's so much there that there's so much depth there, and there's so much layers there. It's so many layers there that it's like, I don't really know about that. But down to just thinking about Barbie as an entity that is of and unto her own, right? There's a scene, again, I'm giving stuff away, spoiler alert, but there is a scene where they have the big party at Barbie's dream house, and all the Barbies are there and all the Kens are there, but then there's in the movie they call her stereotypical Barbie. She's the main Barbie, Margot Robbie, and then there's Ryan Gosling. He's the main. He's her Ken. And Ken's like, can I stay over? And Barbie goes, why? She's not malicious. She's not being shady. She's just like, why? I don't understand. And he's like, well, because I'm your boyfriend. I think that's what I'm supposed to do because I'm your boyfriend. And she's like, but I don't want you to. She's like, it's girls' night. And she said, and every night is girls' night. It's going to be girls' night in perpetuity.
Nice.
because she has no concept of your boyfriend stays over, or, you know, like, it hones in on the point that Barbie, again, is an entity unto herself.
Right.
Her house is her house. Her car is her car. Ken is an accessory just like everything else. Ken is not really a part of the equation. Ken is there because Barbie lets Ken be there. They even make the point to tell you that Barbie has a great day every day, because she's essentially living the same day every day. Barbie has a great day every day, but Ken only has a great day when Barbie pays attention to him. So even in that was in the first 10 minutes they tell you that of the movie. I'm thinking, I don't know what little kids are doing with that.
Yeah.
You know, conceptually it just doesn't speak to them.
Understood.
But I'm sure plenty of kids went, and I'm sure, you know, it was fine and all of that. I just don't know. That wouldn't be. I've taken, even when my nieces were a little bit younger, I've taken them to see many movies, and this wouldn't have been one that I would have chosen for them 5 years ago. I don't think it would have made sense.
Got you.
But yeah.
All right. So what you rate it?
What would I rate it?
0 being this should never have existed. 10 being best shit ever.
I'd give it a 7.5.
All right, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I give it a 7.5 because honestly, I feel like at some point I was ready to go. I just think it went on too long. I think it could have been a cool 90 minutes and we would have been good. But I thought it was a good movie. I didn't, you know. Yeah, I thought it was a good movie.
Okay.
I liked it. I liked the concept. I liked what they did with it. I like that it spoke to us as adults. The ending, I've heard people say that the very last scene is meant to be funny and poke fun, and I understand it, but that last scene I didn't care for because I think that it's a contradiction to something they said earlier in the movie. So that kind of, I remember we got in the car after we left, and I was like, hey, but why did this happen? and there's really no, I mean, I don't think there's an explanation for it, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. So
maybe you'll find out in Barbie 2. Because Barbie 1 has already done over $600 million.
So
and we don't even know what this weekend's numbers are because it's Sunday night right now.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you off pod what it was, and you know, I won't say it here because I don't want to ruin it for people. But I'll tell you off pod, and I just thought it was. I was like, but didn't we already establish this? Like, didn't we? And so I guess I get caught up in details sometimes. But
Me
yeah.
too.
So that is my Barbie review. I thought it was a good film. I would recommend it even.
No, after that conversation, maybe I'll take my teenage daughter to see it.
I think she would enjoy it.
She didn't seem to have any interest, but after what you said, maybe I can get her to watch it.
I think I would, yeah.
Maybe I'll do it old school style. I won't even tell her. I'll just be like, hey, come on,
go.
Walk into this building here.
I think you'll find it interesting. I don't know if you'll walk away saying you loved it or anything like that.
I gotta go get my pink. You know, I have several pink shirts. I'm gonna have to find one. I have to make sure it's Barbie pink.
Well,
I'm kidding.
Barbie wears all the shades.
I know,
but
I'm being silly because that's what people are even calling that shade of pink at this moment,
Barbie pink,
which is so funny to me.
Yeah, but I do think I would recommend it. I think it's great for a young lady who can understand a teenager. I think it's I would recommend it.
Got you.
Okay. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so let's bring it home. What else we got? I know we're wrapping up.
We're wrapping up now.
All right.
But, you know, the one thing that we have to talk about that's not the most exciting thing now that I've talked about the Barbie movie, we also have to talk about the fact that the writers and the actors are on strike.